this video, we're going to look at a few more angle relationships inside of circle. We've already gone over the central angle, and we've already gone over the inscribed angle. So first thing we're going to look at is the vertex is on the circle. Technically, this is the same thing as an inscribed angle, but it's when there's a tangent line, so it looks a little bit more funky. But we still treat it the same way. So we're going to write some rules over here on this left side. We want to say 2 times the angle will give me the arc. Okay, so that is our on formula for in. When the vertex is inside of the circle, we want to say arc plus arc divided by 2 is equal to the angle. Okay. This can also be written as arc plus arc is equal to 2 times the angle. I'm going to give myself a little more room here. Is equal to 2 times the angle. Okay, those are the same thing. Arc plus arc equals 2 times the angle, or arc plus arc divided by 2 equals the angle. Alright, for when the vertex is outside of the circle, we want to say big arc minus small arc, divided by 2 is going to equal the angle. Or we can say the same thing. Big arc minus small arc equals 2 times the angle. So big minus small equals 2 times angle. Alright, same thing there. Alright, so let's apply these guys that we have put up here. Let's go ahead and apply these. Alright, so if the vertex is on the circle, so I've got my angle 135 degrees. Okay, I know that this arc is just going to be 135 times 2 to give me my angle. So the angle of that arc is going to be, the length of that arc is going to be 270 degrees. Alright, and we found that because we did 2 times the angle, just like this says over here. So the vertex, when it is inside of the circle, we want to take the corresponding arc. So to find x, so let's find x first. The two angles that make up the angle x is going to be these two. Okay, so we can even draw a line just to kind of check ourselves. Alright, so we're going to do arc plus arc, 85 plus 57, and we want to divide this by 2. So this ends up becoming 144 over 2. Alright, and so we get 72 as our value for x. Alright, and we can easily solve for y either by doing the same thing or using our knowledge of straight lines. So if this is 72, if x is 72, then I know that y must be 180 minus 72. So y must be 108 if this is 72. Okay. So we see how that works. It makes a straight line, and straight lines have 180 degrees in them. So we're going to use that same logic for this next example. If that's 40 degrees, then, or if that's 140 degrees, then this guy over here is going to be 40 degrees. Okay, so let's use our formula to solve for this one. So arc plus arc, so x plus 25 equals 2 times the angle, so 2 times 40 Okay, so we have x plus 25 equals 80. Let's subtract 25 from both sides. And 80 minus 25 is going to give us 55. So x will equal 55. Okay. So let's do a few problems where the vertex is outside of the circle. So let's take the big arc. This is going to be my B. 25 is going to be my small. So I'm going to say 115 minus 25. Alright. Divided by 2 will give me my angle. So this ends up becoming 90 over 2, which gives me 45. So my angle of x is going to be 45. Alright. This problem up here, we're going to take the big arc, which is 70, minus x equals 2 times the angle. And I'm using both formulas here. For this example, we did over 2. For this example, I'm going to multiply the angle by 2. They're the same exact thing, and I could do either one for both problems. I'm just trying to show us a few different ways to do it. So 70 minus x is going to equal 54. All right, we can subtract 70 from both sides. Negative x equals negative 16. And so x would equal a positive 16. And you can always go back and check yourself by doing 70 minus 16. Well, if I divide that by 2, will it give me 27? And it will. So we know we are good on that. Alright, last example here. Looks a little bit tricky, but don't let the variables confuse you. Big arc minus little arc. 17x plus 6. The tricky thing here is when we subtract, we have to subtract this entire angle, so we have to put parentheses around it. 7x minus 2. This is going to be equal to 2 times the angle of 39. So now we have 17x plus 6, and we want to distribute this negative. So it becomes negative 7x plus 2 equals 78. Alright, so combine my like terms. 10x plus 8 equals 78. Subtract 8. And 10x equals 70. So that leaves us with x equals 7. And you can always go back and plug it in just to make sure. But that is how you would do this problem. So we've gone over the 3 possibilities for vertices to meet inside of a circle, on a circle, and outside of a circle using these 3 formulas. Hope this helps.